Hi, I'm Karl Konrad and I founded Australian Immigration Law Services 23 years ago. We represent clients from all over the globe to gain their visas to work, live or study in Australia. We post videos weekly on visa requirements and important immigration news, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. The 186 visa is a permanent residency application where you are sponsored by an Australian business to work here. There is a 2-year obligation to work for your employer after the visa is granted. The two most common pathways within this visa are the direct entry stream and the transition stream. Today we're going to compare those two streams and highlight their similarities and their major differences. For the direct entry stream, you do not need to have any certain visa to qualify. Indeed, you may be overseas and do not hold any Australian visa at all, and that's fine. This is where it gets its name, as a direct entry into this visa subclass. The transition stream, however, is very different. You need to hold a particular visa for certain periods to qualify. They are the temporary employer visas, either the 482 or the old 457 subclasses. As the title indicates, you are transitioning from a temporary resident working visa into a permanent residence application. Both streams require you to demonstrate your skill level. For the direct entry stream, you need a formal skill assessment conducted by a particular skill assessment body. These skill assessment bodies are the same as for the point system Australia visas, such as the 491, 190 and 189 variety. It is their job to determine that you have the skills to do the work you are nominated for. Remember, for the 186 visa, there are no points tests to worry about. For the transition stream, there is no requirement to have a skill assessment, and the department is happy if you have proven yourself working in Australia and the sponsoring employer is willing to sponsor you further for permanent residency. There is a provision in the law that the department could ask you for a formal skill assessment to be carried out, but in my experience we've never seen that happen. If the case officer held some doubt for some particular reason about an applicant, then yes, they can ask for a skill assessment to be carried out. Both streams require work experience to qualify. The direct entry stream, you need 3 years of skilled experience in your nominated occupation. There is no time limit on how old the work experience is, but of course it has to be after you have gained your skill level for that occupation. Previously, we made a video regarding using part-time work experience to make up these 3 years. I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video so you can check that out. Even if you may be working on a 482 visa already, once you've gained the mandatory 3 years of experience, you could be eligible for the direct entry stream before you qualify for the transition stream. An important note here is regarding the skill assessment results. As mentioned, you need a formal skill assessment in this stream. Some of these skill assessment bodies, such as the Australian Computer Society and VitaSys, have what they call a deeming date in their result. This is their opinion on what date you met the skill level. According to the law, it just requires 3 years of work experience. The skill level requirements are outlined in the Australian ANSCO framework. What it means is that if you have worked in your nominated occupation for 3 years full time after reaching the skill level according to ANSCO, then this experience counts. For example, VitaSys often take 1 year of experience off before they deem you qualified after a suitable qualification. However, for the ENS visa, this 1 year can count towards your 3-year total requirement. In the transition stream, the work experience must be recent because you'll need to be in Australia holding a temporary employer-sponsored visa for a particular period. If the only employer-sponsored visa you have held is the 482 visa, then it is most likely that you will need 3 years of experience to qualify for this stream. If you have held the old 457 visa in the past, you may be eligible to apply with a shorter 2-year requirement. Both of these streams have a 45 years of age cutoff. However, an exemption can be granted in limited circumstances, and these are outlined in what's called an instrument. Under the direct entry stream, there are 3 exemptions allowable for people over 45. In the transition stream, there are 6 circumstances where people can qualify for an exemption, a clear advantage for the transition stream. We'll make another video soon about the specifics of these possible exemptions for both streams, so stay tuned for that. The usual minimum English requirement for both streams is what's called competent English. There are currently no specified persons who can be exempted from this competent competent English requirement for either stream. Now, concerning competent English, this is defined as applicants have undertaken a language test specified by the minister in an instrument within 3 years immediately before the ENS application was lodged and achieved the score specified in the instrument, or the applicant holds a passport type specified by the minister in the instrument. Now, these passports are the UK, Canada, USA, Ireland and New Zealand. Both of these streams allow applicants to be inside or outside of Australia when the visa is lodged. You may also be either inside or outside of Australia when the visa is granted. It is possible to add another member of the family unit during the processing, such as a new partner or newborn child. Both streams will take the same amount of time for processing. In some cases though, where the work experience used to meet the direct entry requirement is not based in Australia, the department may carry out standard background and verification checks. If this happens, applications may be significantly delayed. For those occupations which are on the PMSOL list, your applications should be processed quicker than those who are not on the list. Be sure to check the department's website for processing times, as these can vary considerably. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Overall, both streams are good pathways to permanent residency. Generally, those who are older with more work experience prefer the PR direct entry pathway. Many former international students who have been lucky enough to find an employer to sponsor them on the 482 visa will be aiming for the transition stream. There is no doubt that employers prefer to sponsor for PR for those who have proved themselves to be an asset to the business whilst holding the 482 visa. The PR transition stream in the 186 visa is often seen as a reward for the loyalty of working hard over a period of time. There are so many requirements for the 186 visa that it will take a series of videos to cover them all. If you need help in this process, book a time so we can walk you through the requirements. You can also check out our visa guides on EMI News at australiavisa.com. Come follow us on Facebook and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support these videos we published. We hope that this video has been helpful so you can make informed choices regarding Australian immigration. And as always, take care out there and I'll see you next time. So bye for now.